Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll dive into the fascinating and often surprising world of bizarre laws from around the globe that could land you in hot water as a tourist. From strict regulations in Singapore to unique customs in Japan, these rules may catch you off guard and could potentially ruin your vacation. Join us as we explore 10 bizarre laws that you should be aware of before you pack your bags and hit the road. Stay tuned to ensure your travels remain hassle-free. 1. No chewing gum in Singapore. Imagine stepping off a plane in Singapore and popping a stick of gum into your mouth, only to be slapped with a hefty fine. Since 1992, this city-state has enforced one of the world's strictest bans on chewing gum. The government introduced this law to keep streets, public transport, and public spaces sparkling clean. The only exception made is for therapeutic gum, which you can only get from a pharmacy and with a doctor's prescription. For many visitors, this rule comes as a real shock, especially since chewing gum is such a casual habit in other countries. If you're caught, you could face fines that run into hundreds of dollars, which is not the kind of souvenir anyone wants. Many tourists have had their trips soured by a simple piece of gum, so it's a strong reminder to always check local regulations before you travel. 2. No dancing in public in Japan, after midnight. Dancing the night away sounds harmless, but in Japan, it used to be a crime. Until 2015, dancing in public venues after midnight was outright illegal under the country's Fueho law, a regulation dating back to 1948. Even after the law changed, some restrictions linger, especially for bars and nightclubs without a special license. This means you can still get in trouble if you decide to start an impromptu dance in a bar where it's not allowed. Tourists might find this surprising in a country famous for its vibrant pop culture and nightlife. The authorities say the rule is meant to protect public morals and maintain order. So, if your feet start tapping after midnight in Tokyo, remember to check if the dance floor is actually legal before you bust a move. 3. No swearing in public in Australia. Australia might be famous for its laid-back culture, but when it comes to language in public, the law is surprisingly strict. Almost every state and territory has laws banning offensive language in public, and police have the power to issue on-the-spot fines. In New South Wales, for example, swearing in public can cost you up to $500. Tourists often get caught out during heated arguments or even after a night out with friends. These laws are enforced to keep public spaces friendly and safe for everyone, including families and children. If you're visiting Australia, it pays to keep your language in check, especially around police officers, in parks, or on public transport. A single slip of the tongue could end up being an expensive lesson. 4. No feeding pigeons in Venice. Venice is world famous for its canals and beautiful architecture, but it's also known for its strict rules against feeding pigeons. Since 2008, the city has banned feeding these birds, especially in the iconic St. Mark's Square. The reason? Pigeon droppings were damaging historic buildings and making the squares dirty and slippery. The city council introduced fines that can reach up to €500 for offenders. Tourists, who used to love buying birdseed from vendors and letting pigeons land on them for photos, are often caught out by this law. Many find themselves shocked when a lighthearted moment turns into a costly mistake. Venice's unique charm depends on preserving its ancient beauty, so this rule is strictly enforced. 5. No public displays of affection in Dubai. In Dubai, what's considered a simple sign of love elsewhere can actually get you in serious trouble. Public displays of affection like kissing and hugging are against the law, and even holding hands can sometimes attract unwanted attention. The United Arab Emirates enforces these laws to respect local cultural and religious values. Tourists have been fined, detained, and even deported for breaking this rule, especially during holidays or festivals when the city is packed with visitors. Many travelers are surprised to discover that even in the most modern shopping malls or tourist hotspots, public affection is off limits. To avoid problems, it's best to be discreet and always err on the side of caution. 6. No wearing of camouflage in Barbados. Packing camouflage shorts or shirts for your Caribbean holiday might seem harmless, but in Barbados, it's a criminal offense for civilians to wear camouflage clothing. The law aims to prevent people from impersonating members of the military or security services. This regulation is so strictly enforced that even children's camo-patterned backpacks or hats can be confiscated at customs. Tourists are often unaware and find themselves stopped by police or airport officials. If you're heading to Barbados, make sure to leave all Army-style garments at home, or you might find yourself facing fines or having your favorite clothes seized. 7. No spitting in public in Singapore. Singapore's reputation for cleanliness is legendary, and strict anti-spitting laws are one of the reasons why. Spitting in public places like sidewalks, parks, and public transport is illegal and can result in substantial fines. The government takes this law seriously to prevent the spread of diseases and keep public areas sanitary. Tourists who spit out chewing gum, sunflower seeds, or even just clear their throat onto the pavement risk being caught by the city's many surveillance cameras. Locals are accustomed to these rules, but for visitors, it's a surprising and memorable lesson in public hygiene. 8. No jaywalking in New York City. In the hustle and bustle of New York City, it's tempting to cross the street wherever and whenever traffic allows. But jaywalking, crossing the street outside of a designated crosswalk or against the light, is illegal and can lead to fines. The New York Police Department regularly hands out tickets to both locals and tourists to keep pedestrians safe and traffic flowing smoothly. Many tourists from places where jaywalking is common find themselves caught off guard by these rules. The city's strict enforcement is intended to reduce pedestrian accidents, which remain a significant safety concern in such a busy metropolis. 9. No littering in national parks. National parks are the crown jewels of many countries, and protecting them is taken extremely seriously. In the United States, for example, littering in a national park is not only frowned upon but can also result in fines that exceed $150. Park rangers patrol regularly, and there are even undercover officers in some areas to catch offenders. The emphasis is on preserving nature for future generations and protecting wildlife from harm. Tourists sometimes forget that even something as small as a candy wrapper or plastic bottle can have a huge impact on the environment. Strict anti-littering laws serve as a reminder that everyone shares the responsibility to keep these natural wonders pristine. 10. No bringing fruits and vegetables into Australia. Australia's biodiversity is unique and fragile, so it's no wonder the country has some of the strictest biosecurity laws in the world. Bringing in fruits, vegetables, or even some packaged snacks from overseas can land you in serious trouble. Customs officials are known for their thorough inspections, and undeclared food items can result in on-the-spot fines exceeding $400. The aim is to prevent foreign pests and diseases from devastating native crops and ecosystems. Tourists are often caught out by this rule, failing to declare snacks or gifts from abroad, only to be stopped at the border. Always declare any food you're carrying, or you might face a rude and expensive "Welcome to Australia."